Okay, let's start with what it's about. So it's actually a good.
It's actually a cop that is on undercover and
a
gangster
who is on undercover as a cop.
Yeah, it's about switching identities. Okay, so after talking about identities, when we talk about identities, then we have to say so who is the who's the good cop? Who's the undercover cop?
Okay, the undercover cop is acted by Tony Leung.
Who is
and his
Yen.
name is Chan Win Yen, which we'll address him as Yen for convenience. And then
the gangster.
The gangster that is on undercover as a cop is acted by Andy Lau. And
his name is
Lau Kin Ming, so let's just call him Lau.
Lau or Ming?
They call him Inspector Lau.
Lau, right? Yeah, but then the rest call him Ming.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We just stick with Inspector Lau.
So you know that he's like,
the inspector.
Just cut it out. Anyway, then there's the.
So Inspector Lau is actually working for this boss, this gang leader called Sam, which is acted by Eric Zhen Zhiwei. Yep.
And then
Yen is actually under Superintendent Wong.
Yeah, which is acted by Anthony Wong. Let's not confuse ourselves with the names. Okay.
Actually, it's just that they there's the so it's actually the police force versus the
it's actually
the gang leader.
Yeah, it's a very simple
and trying
story.
To outsmart each other.
It's a very simple story of
they don't want to the gangster don't want to get caught by the police, so they decided to have a mole inside the police force. And the police force want to nab the gangster, so they have a mole there.
Yeah, it's a very simple motivation. Basically, just good catching the bad.
Yeah, and bad trying to outsmart the good.
Yeah, but this is something different compared to other what you call that, the triad movies, right? In the sense that it's more focused on the characters rather than the whether it's good versus evil or there's a blurring of lines.
So in this case, both of them know that there's a mole in each side and they're trying to find each other.
Yeah.
So actually that's basically the plot, right?
Yeah. So when they realize about each other's identity, right, they realize how trapped they are. As you can see in the title. Endless path. Infernal.
How trapped they are.
How trapped they are because what do you call that?
Because the bad guy wants to be good.
Yeah, bad guy wants to be good, but he can
never go back.
Yeah, he can never go back if Yen is still alive, because Yen knows about his
past.
Yeah, his past.
So Yen wants to retire from all this.
Yeah. But Yen insists on a revenge for Superintendent Wong.
You're spoiling the story.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Then we should have just stopped there.
Okay.
As in, it's really about two of them finding each other. Yeah.
Yeah, actually
so
just
we cannot spoil a story for you.
So it's just so the ending is just a showdown at the ceiling.
Okay. Who is the good guy in this case?
It's obviously Liang Caowei.
Why is it obviously Liang Caowei? As in, because it's obviously Liang Caowei.
Define what is good.
No, that's why we're answering this question. So Liang Caowei is good, obviously, but you cannot. You have to take into credit that
he's actually a gangster.
No, you have to take into credit that we think Andy Lau is bad because
he's from the underworld.
yeah, it's like somewhat like a selfish motivation. Like, you know, he's killing like people so that he can be a cop. But actually, I mean, when you strip it down to like his intention, right, he really just wants to be a good guy. But he's doing bad things to be a good guy. Whereas the good guy, which is Tony Leung, he's doing bad things
to be a good guy.
He's a good guy, but he's doing bad things.
To be a bad guy. To be a good guy. Yeah.
Wow. Then, yeah, so actually nobody's at fault here, right? They are both motivated by their own intention. And the thing is, the common thing between them is they have no choice. They both want to be good, right?
Yeah.
They both want to be good, but they are forced into this situation. It's kind of like, but in a sense, Andy Lau has a better in a better situation, because he has no choice, but he gets to become what he wants to be. He had no choice but to be a gangster for some reason, which they never state in the movie.
No, because they want to bring
As in, why is he in the trial in the first place if he didn't even want to be a bad guy, right? They didn't tell us that.
He started out young, but every time they tell him 3 years, then all together 过了10多年 already. It just keeps dragging.
I'm talking about Andy Lau now, not Tony Leung. Yeah. Cut it out. Then, yeah, I'm talking about him as in he's okay, in a way he's in a better situation.
Then why was he even in the 黑社会?
Yeah, but that one is like not really a big concern, but I'm talking about like why he's in a better situation, because he gets to be what he wants to be. Whereas Tony Leung, right, he's actually what he wants to be, but then he's forced to
do something.
What he doesn't want to do.
Yeah. So did we come to a conclusion about who is the good guy?
Yeah, so
actually maybe they are both good guys, but
they both have good intentions.
Yeah, then it became wrong somehow.
But
making difficult choices.
This whole movie is about them having no choice. Seriously. They really have no choice in doing whatever they are doing. Don't you see that they are instructed by
emotions?
Yeah, even though like in the end Andy Lau managed to get what he wants, right?
But he's feeling upset.
He has to do all these things to get to like
the position.
Yeah. So like us as audience would think he's a bad guy. So there's no way he can ever be a good guy in our eyes already, even though he wants to be a good guy, right?
It's just a pretense, I think.
Huh?
It's like to all the rest of people in the police force, he is the good guy.
Yeah. But it's it's not unnecessary, but yeah, the way he got around to it is really bad. I'm just saying that Andy Lau can never be a good guy. Okay, so Tony Leung is obviously a good guy now.
Yeah. Whereas Andy maybe is a debatable.
He has good intentions, but I mean, he wants to turn over a new leaf, right? But the way to get around it is to do really bad things.
Yeah.
It's somewhat like how Tony Leung also got around doing bad things just to like catch all these bad guys. So do you think they are kind of like similar characters?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They are put into a situation where they have no choice but just to follow their orders.
So how can we see that in the film?
What do you mean by how can we see that in the film? Is it how do we see that they really have no choice?
Yeah, when is it that we see that they are actually not following instructions? When is it that we see they actually have a mind of their own?
When
okay, Tony Leung is quite obvious when he's with that Kelly Chan. What's her name?
Kelly Chan when
I mean
you mean inside the movie
the psychiatrist, right?
Yeah.
When he's with the psychiatrist.
For Andy
Lau,
he's like forever putting up a front.
Yeah.
As in we don't really so like what his girlfriend is writing a story about, right? Which is basically depicting him about having like 28 personalities.
Yeah. because there's no way, and he forgets about who he is.
Yeah.
He really forgot about who